Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am the Young Centrist after all, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing many of the other candidates that are running for elected office that are not running as a Democrat and a Republican. So let's begin, shall we? But let's first talk about the third party and independent candidates that are running in the 2020 presidential election. For one, let's talk about the two major third-party candidates, like you may know already. Jo Jorgensen is running as the Libertarian Party's presidential candidate, and she is on the ballot in all 50 states. And she's on the ballot in all 50 states plus DC. So she has so she can I think she can have be very qualified to be on the national debate stage as well. You have Howie Hawkins running as the Green Party presidential candidate, and he's on the ballot in 31 states plus DC. As well, there's other types of other candidates in the race as well. You have Gloria La Rivia from the Socialist Liberation Party that's running for president. You also have Rocky De La Fuente running as the Alliance Party's candidate. You also have Don Blankenship running as the Constitution Party candidate, which I would never vote for. Brock Pierce, that's running as an independent for president. As well, you have Brian Carroll running for the American Solidarity Party. As well, you have Allison Kennedy running for the Socialist Workers Party. Even Bill Hammonds that's running as the Unity Party as well. You also you have Phil Collins running as the Prohibition Party, and even Dario Hunter running for the Progressive Party. So Biden is not the only left-wing candidate that's running for president. You have another progressive candidate that's running as the Progressive Party. As well, you have Jane Simmons that's running as an independent candidate. As well, you have Jerome Segel, I don't know how to pronounce that, that's running for president, part of the Bread and Roses political party. As well, you have Blake Huber that's running for president, part of the Approval Voting Party. As well, you have Mark Charles that's running as an independent in the 2020 presidential election. As well, you also have Joseph Kishore that's running for the Socialist Equality Party. And that's pretty much overall the presidential candidates that are running in the 2020 presidential election. As well, you have other candidates that are running in these down ballot Senate races and even governor's races as well. But let's first talk about the 2020 Senate election, the many third-party candidates that are running for these Senate seats. In Alaska, you have Al Gross, which you already may know, that's running as independent in the 2020 Alaska Senate race. As well, you have John Howe, that's also running in the Alaska that's also running for the Alaska Senate seat, part of the Alaska Independence Party. So you have four candidates in the that's running in the Alaska Senate race. You have one Republican. You have Al Gross, the Independent, and then you also have John Ho, or a part of the Alaska Independence Party, as well. In Arkansas Senate race, there's no Democrat in this Senate race, but you have a Libertarian candidate running to unseat Tom Cotton, which is Rick Harrington Jr. He's running part of the Libertarian ticket to unseat incumbent Republican Senator Tom Cotton. As well, in the Colorado Senate race, you have a Libertarian candidate. You have Raymond Doan for running as the Libertarian Party for the U.S. Senate to represent Colorado. You also have Stephen Evans, part of the Unity Party, running for the Senate seat in Colorado. As well, you have a couple of third-party candidates running in the Delaware Senate race, like Nadine Frost running for Senate as a member of the Libertarian Party. You also have Mark Turley that's running for Senate as a member of the Delaware Independent Party. As well, you also have in the Georgia Senate race for the regular Senate election. You have that one Libertarian candidate, Shane T. Hazel, running as the member of the Libertarian Party for the United States Senate. And even in the special election, you have numerous independent candidates that are running in the special election, and even the Libertarian, even there's one Libertarian. But let's go down the list. You have Al Bartel running as a member of the independent candidate. Um, you have Alan Buckley, who's running as an independent. As well, I forgot to mention, there's also a Green Party candidate as well, John Fortuyn, who's running as a member of the Green Party. You also have Michael Todd Green, that's also running as an independent. You have a guy named Brian that's running for the U.S. Senate as a Libertarian in Georgia. You also have Valesina running as an independent for the Georgia Senate race. And as well, Rod Mack is running as an independent, but as a write-in campaign in the Georgia Senate race special election. As well, in the Idaho Senate race, you have a Constitution Party candidate, Ray Ritz, and you also have an independent that's running for to become the next senator from Idaho, Natalie Fleming, as well. And even in the Illinois Senate race, David F. Black is running as the member of the Green Party candidate. You also have Danny Maloof running as a member of the Libertarian Party, and as well, William Wilson is also running as a member of the William Wilson Party in the Illinois Senate race. As well, in the Iowa Senate race, you have another Libertarian Senate candidate that's named is Rick Stewart. As well, as well, you have another candidate which is running as an independent, Suzanne Herzog. As well, even in the Kansas Senate race, you have Jason Buckley that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party. And even in the Kentucky Senate race, you have Brad Barron that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party. And even in the Louisiana Senate race, you have numerous independent candidates and one Libertarian that's running in the Louisiana Senate race. One of those independent candidates is Braille Billiot, that's running as an independent. You have John Paul that's running as an independent. Reno John as an independent. You have Alexander Jean, that's running as an independent. You have also Mendoza that's running as an independent. Jamar Montgomery that's running as an independent. And even you have Melinda Mary Price running as an independent. And even that one Libertarian candidate I mentioned, Aaron Sigler, that's running as a U.S. Senate candidate as a member of the Libertarian Party. And even in the main Senate race, you also have two independents. Max Lynn, that's running as an independent. And you also have Lisa Savage, that was originally going to run for the main Senate race as a Green Party candidate, but she decided to run as an independent instead. Even in the Massachusetts Senate race, you have a Libertarian candidate as well. You have Romaine Supreme running as a Libertarian, and also Shiva Adiria that's running running part of a write-in campaign for the U.S. Senate of Massachusetts. And even the Michigan Senate race, you have Marcia Screer that's running as part of the Green Party candidate for the U.S. Senate in Michigan. And as well, you have Doug Dern that's running part of the Natural Law Party for the U.S. Senate in Michigan. You also have Valeria Wills that's running as a Taxpayer Party's candidate for the U.S. Senate. And you have Frank Cupp that's running a write-in campaign, but he's a part of the Communist Party, but running for the U.S. Senate in Michigan. As well, you have numerous third party. You have only two candidates running in the Minnesota Senate race. You have Oliver Steinberg that's running a part of the Grassroots Party in Minnesota, and you also have Kevin O'Connor that's running as the Legal Marijuana Now Party in Minnesota Senate race. Even there's only just one third-party candidate running in the Mississippi Senate race, which is Jimmy Edwards, as a member of the Libertarian Party. And even it doesn't stop there for the Libertarians. In the Nebraska Senate race, you have Gene Sadiq that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party. Even in the New Hampshire Senate race, you have Justin O'Donnell that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party. Also, as a member of the Progressive Party, third party, you have Thomas Sharp V that's running as the U.S. Senate candidate in New Hampshire as a member of the Progressive Party as well. Even in New Jersey Senate race, you have one Green Party candidate, Madeline Hoffman, that's running as a member of the U.S. Senate. That's running as the member of a Green Party for the U.S. Senate seat in New Jersey to unseat, of course, Cory Booker. You also have Daniel Burke that's also running. That he's another third-party candidate. You have also Veronica Fernandez that's running as a third-party candidate to unseat Democratic Senator Cory Booker from New Jersey. As well, you have one Libertarian candidate running in the New Mexico Senate race, Bob Walsh. And he's pretty much the only Senate candidate that's running in New Mexico. As well, you have two third-party candidates running in North Carolina. You have Shannon Bray that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party for U.S. Senate, as a member of the Libertarian Party. You also have a Constitutional Party Senate candidate, Kevin E. Hayes, that's running for the U.S. Senate to unseat Thom Tillis. As well, in Oklahoma Senate race, you have one Libertarian candidate, Robert Murphy, that's running as a Libertarian for the Oklahoma Senate race. You also have two independent candidates. You have John Farr as an independent that's running as well. You have another independent candidate, A.D. Nesbitt, that's running as a member of that's also running as an independent. And even in the Oregon Senate race, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but there's a third party called the Pacific Green Party. They have a candidate on the ballot as well. You also have a Libertarian candidate, Gray Dye, that's running for the U.S. Senate seat in Oregon as a Libertarian. As well, you are in South Carolina. You have a Constitutional Party candidate, Bill Bledose, that's running for U.S. Senate seat to unseat Lindsey Graham in South Carolina as a member of the Constitution Party. And even in Tennessee Senate race, you'll have a lot of independent candidates. You have Romy that's running as an independent, Jeffrey that's running as an independent, Ronnie Hanley that's running as an independent, Don Hill that's running as an independent, Stephen Hooper, that's running as an independent, Aaron James, that's running as an independent, Elizabeth McLeod, that's running as an independent, Eric Williams Stanbury, that's running as an independent for the U.S. Senate seat in Tennessee. And also for Texas Senate race, you have two third-party candidates. You have the Libertarian candidate, Kerry McKinnon, that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party to unseat John Cornyn. As well, you also have Rick Turles Bonilla, that's running as an independent / writing campaign for the U.S. Senate seat in Texas. As well, in the West Virginia Senate race, David Morin is also running as a member of the Libertarian Party in the state of West Virginia for the U.S. Senate seat in West Virginia. But that's really the many third-party candidates that's running in the U.S. Senate. Now let's go into detail who's running for governors that's running for governor in 2020 as a third-party candidate. In the Delaware gubernatorial election, Kathy's running as a part of the Delaware Independent Party's candidate. Is a Delaware Independent Party candidate to become Delaware's next governor. As well, you also have a Libertarian Party in the Delaware governor's race, John McCrick, that's running for the Delaware gubernatorial election. And even in the Indiana governor's race, Donald Rainwater, that's also running as a member of the Libertarian Party to become elected the next governor of Indiana. As well, you also have two other third-party candidates that's running in Missouri. You have Rick Combs, that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party, and Jerome Barea, that's running as a member of the Green Party in Missouri's governor's race. Even in Montana's governors, there's only one Libertarian. There's only one third-party candidate, which is a Libertarian, Lyman Bishop, that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party for Montana's governor's race. As well, even in New Hampshire's governor's race, you have a Libertarian candidate, Daryl W. Perry, that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party. In North Carolina's governor race, you have Stephen J. DeForia running as a member of the Libertarian Party to defeat incumbent Governor Roy Cooper in North Carolina. And even there's also a Constitution Party candidate in North Carolina's governor's race, Al Pisano, that's running in North Carolina's gubernatorial election. And even in North Dakota's governor's race, Dwayne Hendrickson, that's running as a member of the Libertarian Party to become elected the next governor from North Dakota. And even in Utah's governor race, that's Daniel Kottman. It's Daniel Kottman running for governor as a Libertarian in Utah. But overall, the reason why I'm sharing this video is because I want my very first video, Why Third Party, really started with the question and getting us to think outside of the two-party system, getting us to branch out and getting to know other candidates that are not running as a Republican, that are not running as Republican or Democrat for House, Senate, or governor or presidential election. Let's try to start really branching out and actually hearing from other parties. There's other parties and candidates out there. If you don't like Joe Biden, if you don't like Donald Trump, if you don't like any of the Republican candidates or Democratic candidates that are running in your respective state or district, just vote third party for once. It's not that hard. Just go to the voting booth, be handed the ballot, and vote third party if you don't like the Republican or Democratic candidates or the Republican Democratic candidates. Just vote third party. Don't vote for the lesser of the two evils. I understand it's under part of the first past the post voting system, but just vote for the candidate that you feel like is best to hold that's best to hold this elected office, which is if it is senator, if it is representative for your district, if it is the governor's race, or even if it's the president. Just vote for the person who you feel like is best to hold the position, rather than just voting for the candidate that's best to win, to defeat the candidate that you don't want to win the most. But overall, guys, thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, this is the Young Centrist, and I am out.